Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, imagine less than 20 years ago in Lewis County, there was catastrophic flooding. And within minutes, your entire property, your entire farm gets covered in 10, 20 feet of water. You and your family scramble to the roof to listen to your livestock dying and drowning. That was less than 20 years ago. And can you imagine the next day and days after having to wait for your power to come on, for heat to come on, for energy? Now, we saw just so recently in California wildfires ravishing communities. And can you imagine again having to wait days and weeks for your power to come on, for heat, for air conditioning, to just survive, for potable water? Mr. Speaker, this policy, what it will do is it allows utility companies to be able to rebuild infrastructure and at the same time rebuild and not have it hit the ratepayers all at once. There are families who experience earthquakes and wildfires and the catastrophic flooding that I just explained all the time in the state of Washington. And this policy would allow those utility companies to bond the repair of that infrastructure so it can happen quickly and not hit those ratepayers so hard. This is an extremely important policy, Mr. Speaker. This is a policy that I hope you will join me in voting for. Now, I've heard some concerns regarding the natural gas aspect of this. Mr. Speaker, if you are a senior citizen in the state of Washington or a family in the state of Washington, they're not going to, and they have natural gas, they're not going to care about necessarily what kind of energy source they have. They should not be left behind in making sure they have heat and they have power and they have the resources necessary to survive. This is energy agnostic, and I know that, and there may be people who are concerned about that. I'm more concerned about the people who will be suffering after a catastrophic event.
The member has 30 seconds.
And I urge you to join me in voting in favor of this legislation. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.